Right, okay, just to test the microphone on this new camcorder, actually going to be doing a commentary drive from, well, Tesco's to home basically. So I'm going to go around this roundabout and then I'm going to start the actual commentary drive. So we're in an hour zone, we've got a roundabout coming up in approximately 200 yards. Check the mirror, I've got a couple of vehicles behind me, I've also got a zebra crossing in front of me. There is a person approaching the zebra crossing, foot off accelerator, cover the brake, not stopping at the zebra crossing. So touch of accelerator just to carry on. Choosing the left hand lane, you can use either lane to follow the road ahead in this case, but I'm going to choose the left hand lane because it makes a bit more sense. Checking right, there's nothing coming. Back on the accelerator, check mirror, check left mirror, signal left, check vehicle to my right, and off I go. There's a zebra crossing ahead, there's nobody at the zebra crossing though. There's a bus stop left hand side with nobody at it, indicating that there's not going to be a bus for at least 20 minutes. There is a playground up ahead, it is off to the left, you won't see it on the video, but be aware of kids and parents. There's some at that bus stop which indicates there's a bus coming along in at least 10 minutes time, which is not unusual because of the other bus stop. Vehicle parked up on the left hand side, which is narrowing the road, not considerably but enough to take actions. Mirrors out and round. Looking ahead, there's another vehicle that's blocking the left hand side of the road, narrowing the roads. Check mirrors. I am going to touch brake on this one. There's actually plenty. I'm going to check mirrors and go through. 3 people stood at the bus stop, indicating the bus is coming along in at least 10 minutes. There is a mobility vehicle on the left hand side. I'm expecting that to suddenly stop or jerk out into the road for whatever reason. Appears to be doing the maximum 8 miles an hour, but I can't be sure. Old person approaching the road, potentially tripping over there. They've got something in their hand, looks like a dog lead, but I could be wrong. It's a entrance exit on the left hand side, no vehicles coming out of it though. The bridge ahead narrows the road considerably, but enough to check mirrors in case I need to stop. There's also vehicles on both sides of the road, causing the road to be narrowed and vehicles coming through. Well, causing me to slow down. Check mirrors. I can get through this, but I'm going to have to go a lot slower. I'm actually going to stop because of the Range Rover. I'll take the short gap. Check mirrors, out and round, into second gear. Check rear view mirror. No point in checking the left mirror because I can't see. Well, I'm still going to check left mirror, but I won't see much. This roundabout is quite blind, so take it nice and slow. There's nothing coming from the right, and there's nothing coming from the left. Round to the left. Increase to 30 miles an hour, up into third gear. Okay, there is a sign up detailing impending roadworks. Check the date on that. Check mirror first. 19th of in about 10 days time. Okay, so just to make us aware, building on the left, entrances on the left, so be aware of any vehicles coming out of there. Again, road narrows across the bridge and is also an S shape, so potentially blind at both ends. There is an increase in speed limit to 40 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. Checking the mirror, there is somebody coming up behind me. I'm expecting them to overtake me into the 40 mile an hour zone. Check all 3 mirrors, increase speed to 40 miles an hour, and up into 4th gear. The person behind me is actually backed off slightly. Check that again, they're actually closing up on me. Checking mirrors, just in case they decide to overtake me for whatever reason. They shouldn't, I'm doing 40 miles an hour. Okay, so going down the dip and then up a hill. Looking at the crest of the hill, any vehicles. That was a manhole cover that you just heard. Checking the crest of a hill for any vehicles that could be in the wrong place. Car dealership on the left, to expect movement from there in particular. Person on the right hand side of the road, two people on the left looking at cars. Across the bridge, which is proper width, so no need to. Cyclist on the right indicating that there could be somebody else behind him. Check mirror, cover brakes. This is quite a sharp hill that we're about to go down, quite a steep hill. We will gather speed, so on the brakes, just keep control of the vehicle. Change down into third, ready for the uphill on the other side. Round the corner, check mirrors. Still in 40-mile-an-hour zone. Leaving the vehicle in third gear so that I've got to get up the hill. Bus stop on the left and the right, nobody there, telling me there's no buses coming along. At least at this stop. There is, however, another bus stop on the right there. She's actually smoking a cigarette, I thought, indicating for a bus to slow down or stop. Looking ahead, the road turns left and then turns right, creating a little bit of a blind spot, but not enough to cause any immediate hazard. There are obviously entrances left and right. The entrances are set a bit further back so that I can see any vehicles nosing their way out. Bus ahead of us is a training vehicle, so it won't stop at any bus stops unless it has to. Nice 16-foot canoe there. Blind spot on the left. I know there is also a petrol station and a pub on the left here with blind entrance to both. So wooden fender pub on the left there, and then garage on the left with two entrances or exits. Okay, we have got a 90-degree bend coming up in 200 meters. Check mirrors, foot off the accelerator, let the engine do the braking. As I approach the corner, I actually mistimed that slightly. So power, round the corner and into the 30 zone. Drop down into fourth. Might require a drop into third, we'll see how we get on. Okay, there's usually vehicles parked up on both sides of the road along here, so before I move out I check both mirrors. I check centre mirror, right mirror. Before I move back in I check centre mirror, left mirror. So crossroads coming up. We have right of way. This is the major road that we're on, so we have right of way here, but it doesn't mean to say that people will obey those rules. So there's the crossroads, there's nothing coming out, so no need to worry. So approaching a 40-mile-an-hour speed increase, however, there is also it's actually a double bend. So we won't be increasing speed until after we've gone around that double bend. It doesn't look like it, but when you drive around it, it is a double bend. So this is the first part, then it straightens out slightly, and then you go round again. Check mirrors, check centre mirror, right mirror, increase speed up to 40 miles an hour, and into fifth gear. Check mirror. This little section here used to be a 60, but the authorities changed it. It was a good thing they did it as well, because it was only about half a mile long. then you are back down to 40 miles an hour. Is this vehicle going to wait? BMW, so sorry, Mercedes, so of course he's not. Forcing me to slow down, check mirrors. Okay, we've got an advisory of not only a chicane but also a road narrowing across the bridge. Maximum advised speed limit of miles an hour. So here's the first part of the chicane. So check mirrors, round we go, across the narrow bridge, and left turn. Now normally there's something waiting to turn into the garden centre there. Okay, there were mud on the road, which indicates that there was, may still be, a tractor up ahead, or at least a farm vehicle. So anticipating seeing that farm vehicle. We've got farms on the left and on the right, so expect farm machinery to move out of there. We've got crossroads coming up as well, staggered crossroads. There's a left-hand bend there, and then the right-hand section there. And into the national speed limit, check mirrors. Again, this national speed limit's only about half, but check anyway. And anticipate people overtaking, even though they shouldn't, because it's not exactly the best place to overtake because of the blind spots. Okay, I'm now doing 48 miles an hour because of the vehicles in front. I'm going to check all three mirrors, foot off the accelerator, and by the time I get to the 40 mile an hour zone, I am back 40 miles an hour. Bus stop on the right, no people stood there, indicating there's not going to be a bus for at least 20 minutes, depending on the bus timetable, of course. Okay, there's entrances, there's a vehicle moving on the right, but it's off-road, so not much for us to worry about there. Got an indication there's a bus, so I was wrong. Nobody's obviously waiting. Got sharp right-hand bend. And we're going into a 30 mile an hour, so check mirrors, make sure I'm doing 30 mile an hour before I get to 30 mile an hour, drop into fourth. The road does narrow considerably, and it also goes downhill. Check mirrors, cyclist, expect another one behind him. So go downhill, going round the right hand blind bend, and then I'm going to drop into third, just so I can get up the hill in front of us. Check mirrors. Road's narrowed because of the vehicle on the right. It's our right way, but don't expect people to stop. And increase in speed. I can now change up into fourth gear. Increase in speed, increase in revs. Not an increase in speed. Ooh, nice classic vehicle there. Okay, coming up to a roundabout now. Now this is a single lane approach. It is a single lane approach, but it is treated as a double lane. And there's actually roadworks here at the moment. How far do these roadworks extend? Find out. It looks like they might be installing a new crossing. Given I'm literally between the lights now. It's a single approach that has got two giveaway triangles. Explain that one, people. Across the roundabout, more roadworks going on. This one is to put in a proper crossing. Though personally, I think the lollipop lady did a bang up job. Sorry, not lollipop lady, school crossing patrol. Lollipop lady to you and I. Okay, vehicle braking and vehicle turning. So check mirrors, foot off the accelerator. That red that red car on the left started too early. I thought they were going to be turning left at the junction, but can't criticise them too much. Okay, and onto the straight road. I can see nice and far into the distance. Check my mirror. I've got a vehicle behind me. I'm expecting this vehicle to overtake as soon as we reach the 40-mile-an-hour zone, because they usually do. Okay, maybe not now because we've got vehicles coming towards us. Check mirrors, into the 40, increase speed. Little old lady on the left, just to be aware of. I'm not going to bother changing up gear, because by the time I've changed up gear, I'll be changing back down gear for 30. So, check mirror. I'm actually going to have to use the brakes because I didn't anticipate that properly. There is a crossroads here. This is quite dangerous crossroads because it's not only a crossroads, but it's a crossroads on a bend. Checking right, checking left, checking ahead, check mirrors, around the corner. Okay, the road is artificially narrowed here because the vehicle's parked up on the right hand side. It is our right of way, but any 40-ton come our way we always give way to, because we don't play chicken with a 40-ton lorry. Okay, so the white vehicle's pulled over, allowing us to move through. We're doing about 25 miles an hour through this narrowed section. Okay, there's a boot open, so I'm anticipating somebody stepping out. There they are on the left. Probably didn't see them. Round this corner again. This corner's quite blind. There's not usually anything that's on the wrong side of the road there. Usually. Okay, up to 30 miles an hour. On the right we've got a playground and a cricket ground, so there's nobody there at the moment, but anticipate people being there. Church up ahead, lots of parked up. Say lots, there's three vehicles parked up. So there are people in the church. What is today? Thursday. Might actually be bell ringers. So coming up to quite a notorious junction here. Not many accidents, but it is quite blind. It used to be a triangular junction, but years ago they cut it off. So check mirrors, start signalling, break it down, clutch into first, check both ways. Around we go. To second. Up to 30 miles an hour. Pull over slightly for the right vehicles. There's enough room for all three of us. And up we go. Up the long hill. Check mirror. Say thank you to the lady that pulled over. Road is artificially narrowed by the van. Check ahead, we've got time, we've got space. Cross the bridge. Start checking the mirror carefully. Vehicles following us because of a special indication that we have to give in a minute, for a few seconds time. So we are coming up to the turn into the cut now. But because people are not in a vehicle slowing down or stopping, not only do I indicate using the indicator, but I also give a hand indication as well. Bring my hand in for the